Alright, day 2 of my new fitness diet. I guess we'll say diet. I don't really like the word diet. I think it's more of a changing the way I see food, the way I deal with food, and my daily life. But for the sake of this, we'll say diet. It's easier. Anyways, I woke up this morning and weighed myself. I wanted to have kind of a baseline to go by. I don't put a lot of emphasis on weight. I think it's more about inches. I'm a big guy. I like to bulk up. I lift weights. I want to continue that. So weight equals mass. Mass equals weight. I think it's really more about cardiovascular health, obviously, and inches. I just want to get my waist size down and get rid of this waddle that I'm starting to develop, which is disgusting. So, but I did want to have a baseline to go by. So I got up this morning, I weighed myself first thing, and keeping a little journal here going, besides this journal going. And and today's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Today, August 27th, I am at 258 pounds. So, ideal weight, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet. I haven't looked it up yet. I'll probably Google and see what somebody my age, my size, my frame should weigh. I mean, at the top of my head, I would be thrilled at 220. 215 would be a miracle, but certainly doable. And we'll see. I don't know. Again, you know, I'm like pushing almost a 40 waist, 38 for sure. And I'd love to get down to 32 waist pant, but I don't know. Anyways, just keep trying. 34 is doable. So I'm going to go through really quick to log onto my diary here what I do in a typical day as far as food. For breakfast, I kind of alternate. Sometimes I have that same shake I did my last entry. But I also like to have fresh fruit, especially in the summer. I mean, there's nothing beats fresh fruit. So what I have this morning is just a bowl of strawberries and blueberries and banana, half a banana, a little bit of Greek yogurt, and then I added some granola. And I get this at Whole Foods. It's Michelle's granola. I believe it's made in, yeah, it's handmade here in Maryland. It's the best granola ever. I love this stuff. It's delicious. If you have a Whole Foods and they have this Michelle's granola, you definitely should get it. So I put that in a bowl, just mix it all up almost like a parfait. Let it sit for a few minutes, let the yogurt kind of soften the granola a little bit and intermix with the fruit. Occasionally I might put a little drizzle of honey on it. Not today. I also drink 1 cup of coffee. I usually have either half a cup or a whole cup of coffee in the morning, and that's really about it. That kind of does it for me as far as coffee. What I'm going to take with me, you know, dieting and eating better is about planning and being organized, which I think is the hardest part of this whole journey. You can't just get up, be late, run out the door. If you do, then you're stuck with all the crap out there on the street, and that's what you have to eat. So I'm trying to get up a little bit earlier and pack a bag or a little lunch kit, you know, whatever, for the day. And that would include my snacks and plan out what I'm going to have for lunch, or at least be conscious about it and think about it. So what I'm taking today is, for a mid-morning snack, I have an apple. So I'll probably eat an apple by the time I get to work, and an hour or so later I'll have this apple, which I think obviously is good for you, and it's very filling. I drink kombucha juice, which is a whole other thing we'll get into another time, but it's not particularly delicious, but it's super good for you. A lot of enzymes. It's kind of a detoxifying juice. There's a lot of great things in it. So I take this with me and I drink on this all day long. It usually takes me all day to choke it down. So then I'm also going to take some fruit. At work, I have the same setup that I have here. I have a blender. I have yogurt I have a little refrigerator in my office. I have yogurt. I have Silk. You know, jar of almond butter. I have everything that I might need to make a protein shake. Protein powder, wheat germ, the whole bit. So at lunch today, I'm going to make one of my protein shakes, and I'm taking a banana, and I have figs and strawberries to put in it, fresh fruit. So in the morning I take the fruit. If I plan on doing this shake thing, I take the fruit with me, and everything else is at work so that I can make it. In the afternoon, well, I'm also taking just some grapes. Grapes are really good right now. They're really in season and they're delicious. So I want to take that just to munch on and snack on a little bit throughout the day. The other thing I want to do, on a normal day, after lunch, I would go to the gym. And I make this little thing, I call it a power sandwich, that I usually have late afternoon before I go to the gym, an hour or so. And what I do is I buy fitness bread. Again, Whole Foods, this isn't really a plug, but this stuff is great. I'm not a big fan of bread anyways. This is very thin, very dense, very, very low in cholesterol, high, super high in fiber, whole grains, whole kernels, wheat germ. It's long lasting, it's got a long shelf life. I don't know if it's good or bad, it's probably full of chemicals. But it's low in fat, 1 gram of fat, no saturated fat, no trans fat, no cholesterol, sodium, carbs, only 24 grams of carbs, very low in sugar, 1 gram. So it's actually really good. It's really good toasted with just a little bit of honey on it. It's also very good. So I take this bread and I spread it with almond butter instead of peanut butter. Almond butter, sliced banana, and just a little drizzle of honey on top because the bread does tend to be a little bit dry. So a little bit of honey just kind of gives it some moisture. Fold this up, wrap it up, take it with me, throw it in my ice chest, and then I have this in the late afternoon. It's a good potassium, protein, good carbohydrates that I can work off in the afternoon. So this is my power sandwich. I'm going to take this with me as well. The only other thing I usually take, I sometimes might take or include, is something crunchy, like just a little plastic container of almonds or corn kernels or something. I don't know what it is, but there's something about crunchy texture that seems to really satisfy when I'm really hungry and I'm having cravings. I just pop a handful of either almonds or sesame sticks or something, and it seems to take that edge off and the hunger off. So that really works well for me also. So tonight's going to be a little challenging. As I said, it's my birthday and we're going out to dinner with friends, which obviously means drinking, and going to a fabulous, typical Washington restaurant where everything's cooked in butter, wine, and foie gras. So, it's about making choices. I'm not going to sit there and eat a lettuce leaf while my friends are eating filet. It's just not me. It's not going to work. So I'm going to try to limit my alcohol intake. Right. But I am going to try to choose fish, which I'm not a huge meat eater anyways. So it should be pretty easy for me to choose the fish option, and kind of a healthy salad. But we'll see. I mean, I think it's why I'm keeping this diary, and if I can get some advice and what you do, when you're going out. My life and my career does kind of revolve around food. I'm in the special events industry. It's a lot of going out, a lot of going to restaurants. I belong to a supper club. I went to culinary school. I grew up in the food service. And I love it. I enjoy it, and I don't want to give that up. So, when I'm not conscious about it, I put on a lot of weight, and that's why I'm trying to find this balance. What can I do on a daily basis to keep the weight down so that when I do go out and enjoy myself, I don't feel super guilty or put on these pounds that are just so hard to take off. So that's what's going on for tonight, and we'll see what happens. And I will log in tomorrow. And if you're watching, I would love some advice, encouragement, criticism, whatever. My email address is Kelly, and that's Kelly, kellybfit@gmail.com. And let me know what you think. If you have some better advice on the food and what I'm eating, or exercise tips, that would be great. Thanks.